It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
18-yard line.
They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Goff now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Lions.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now it's gone. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now gone. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
3.5 to go, first quarter. Again, Goff. And he's got it. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Sam Laporta, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Could not have scripted it any better. And many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. They followed that one perfectly. Took the ball right downfield and scored, giving energy not just to the offensive unit, but to their team overall.
Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
11. 180. 11 empty.
They go play action with Burrow. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The Bengals at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Play action. It's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
I'm 1, ready? 11. It's just set. Hey, can. 11 mighty. 11 MT.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
12, 12, 12. Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
180. 180. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Goff now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
11 Thomas. Here we go. 11 MT. 11 F. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, Tate. 180. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Right 80. Right, he's up. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
To the air again, Burrow. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off play action. Here's Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he's up to the 40-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And that's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here we go. 180.
Burrow throw. Screenplay. Here's ETN. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
Handoff running left is ETN. 20, 5, and he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Travis Etienne with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Nick Bonito. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
21. Bengals 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty well done, don't you think? Everything they were doing is working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
11, mighty. Right 80. 11, 11, 11, 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, 57 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here's 2nd and 10. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second and 10. Quick toss by Goff is complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they have really gotten after him in this first half. He's been on the run throughout. And you can imagine he just might have some words for his linemen come halftime.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down in a yard.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. 11 MT, tape. 11 MT, tape. Eleven MT.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They think he can win every battle.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
11.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
11.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Hey, Ken. 11, Thomas. 11. Stop.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. He's just got to throw this one away.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.